Yo, what is the dilly? Let me get the chat, the call in up in this bitch. Boom. Whoop, there it is. All right. What we got? Oh, yeah, Ian came in earlier. Dwayne just now. No, earlier. Oh, so nobody's in here just now. Just my bitch ass. Well, there's 6 of you in here, but 6 of you ain't talking. All right. All we gotta do is keep these gloves. Gotta keep this shit. There we go. Gotta keep it so it's visible. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Keep it so it's visible. Gotta let the Grant gloves rock. Or what I could do, actually maybe better. Maybe shoot over a little bit. There we go. That's how we rock. That's how we rock. She's touching it, but that's all good. All right. Who's up in here? Oh, it's gonna fall. There we go. Can't really see him though. All right, there we go. Grants. Grants. All right. Josue, what up, blood? What up, blood? Actually, what I'm gonna do, better yet, I should have the grants here. Yeah, that makes more sense. I'll put these motherfuckers here. The problem with these grants are they don't really stay up. Easily, at least. There we go. All right, now we're on it. Now we're on one. Now we are on one. All right. Who we got up in here? Josue, what up? Rob, my man, what up? Chase, what's up? Michael Watson. I don't know who that is. I don't know Michael Watson off jump. You have to remind me. Bow to listen while I'm at the gym. Yeah, man, I did 8 rounds today. 8 rounds in this heat. It was 93 today. It's been in the 90s the past 3 days up in this bitch, and the upper 80s, all the others. All right, guys. Well, phone lines are open. We can get this on and popping. I invited Teofimo in here, senior, but I wouldn't, I don't know if that's going to happen. What's up, Yayan? Marco, how would you pronounce this name? Is this going to be like a dick joke? Like Slurpa D's nuts or some shit? Because I'm not going to fall for that. I'm not going to fall for that. Unless it's real. Joaquin, what up, sucker? What up, blood? Hey, blood. I only deal with observable facts and technical boxing, blood. That's all I deal with. Observable facts and technical boxing. I don't deal with, what is it? Something of speculation? Figments of speculation? Some shit he says. That's a real name. Okay. What do I think about what? I don't get it. Oh, how do I pronounce your name? Robert Conyer. Conyer. Why? Is that how you pronounce it? Conyer? Conyer. Yeah. Robert Conyer. Shout out. What up, blood? Can you please shout out Sarah McNeil from Australia? She loves your show. Ah, you're in fucking Australia. I knew it. You called me mate, and I was like confused. All right. Sarah McNeil, I want to say, what's up? We love Australia here in the Marco Boxing community. We appreciate you watching. I'm sorry I repeatedly give awful Australian impressions like, get down under here. Nay, I don't like it. I'm sorry I do shit like that, but appreciate you, Sarah. Big up. Jake Paul versus Junior saves boxing. Click on the link you sent me. The fuck you talking about? You can't post links because you're not a moderator. I don't understand what's happening, but it's a little weird. You got to explain yourself. You can't just come into a room for the first time and be like, hey, how do you pronounce my name? Click on the link. That's just not going to happen. Recommendations on sleeping better. Oh, man. You got to cut your stress levels down, my man. There's no way around it. You got to cut your stress levels down and decide to not think about the future, stay in the moment. That's all you could do. Because that's all you could do. Teo versus Hitchens, the fight to make. I don't know. She loved it. Dope. She's the best. And so is you. Robert, what type of... Oh, this is Jersey Bob. Well, what the fuck? I ain't clicking on no links. I'm not even getting a link because you're not a moderator. That was weird shit, Bob. Weird shit. You freaked everybody out. Are those your kids and your wife? What was that? Oh, that's... I didn't even fucking zoom into the picture. That's clearly you to the left. I'm an idiot. That's your wife? Beautiful. Kid, tall as shit. Good for you. Good family. This fucking guy. So they call you Mr. Conyer? Mr. Conyer? Mr. Conyer? E equals MC squared, Mr. Conyer. You got Nello or Bud? What's up there, Yayan? Cinnamon Savage. Well, I know who you got. We know who you got. We know who you got. 50-50, brother. But if I had to really bet, I'm going to lean towards Canelo by like a point. Like 49-51. But it's a 50-50 fight. Bob, you're scary. I know. This guy's like, hey, how do you pronounce my name? Click my link. I'm like, what the fuck? You don't be clicking your link. Click your own link. Are you working, Yayan? Is that why you're being all quiet? Bob, you're scary. Fucking Bob. Fucking Bob. Jersey Bob.
No, I'm not at work.
No, you're not. I'm expecting excuses. Well, Cinnamon, in a fight of this magnitude, that is a fucking given. Whoever loses is going to be excuses for them. And the truth is, in a lot of fights, excuses are somewhat valid. Like, there are things that go wrong. I shouldn't say it's valid. There are real things that go wrong. Like, they're maybe not making them up, but it's still not an excuse or a reason why you lost. You shouldn't be, because then you just cancel the fucking fight. If it's that bad, you cancel the fight. Simple. Rob, what's up? What up? Where you been? B? Yo, Rob, what? This is how I'm going to test your fucking New Yorkness. Now, you might be a little young, right? You're 30. Yeah, I think you're 10 years younger than me. But here I'm going to test your New Yorkness. What specific ethnicity, and give me the country where they're from, mostly dudes coming up in NYC, we'll call people B. Yo, what up, B? Yo, what's up, B? What's up, B? Who would say that? The most coming up. The most. Started in the 80s. Let's see if you know it. Another trick, sleeping well at night, is to intense workout. Yeah, that's true. A guy just got drafted in the first one. A guy just got drafted after phone. Oh, they're doing the NBA draft? No, damn. First of all, I'm asking Rob, because he's from New York. I don't know where the fuck you're from, Joaquin, but it's a very New York specific thing. A farewell fight? A cha-ching! You give me some of this, I'll fight. You give me enough cake, I'll go in there. I'll put the beats on Max Kellerman like I'm Dr. Dre. I will put the beats on Max Kellerman like I'm Dr. Dre. You guys know that. No diggity.
Marco,
What up?
did you see the James Tony thing I sent you?
The who, what, where?
The James Tony thing I sent you.
I didn't. I saw you sent me a message, but I didn't click on it. I was doing something. What's up, Mark? Appreciate you, my man. Mark Etta, pack him up. Oh, is this the dude? What is this? Is this a guy? Is that like somebody in what is that? Is this one of those joke fucking trolling accounts, or is this guy serious? I'm only asking because some dudes come in here sometimes and pretend to be other people. You might, like, that profile picture might be some fucking influencer I don't know about. I don't know. But if you're real, appreciate you. If you're not, stop trolling. If I have 5 birds and 2 died, how many birds I have left? Oh, wait. I went by. In my hood, it was nah, man. It was the Puerto Ricans. Man, this is how I know Rob's a young New Yorker, wet behind the ears. Rob is he is soaked behind the ears. Fuck out of here. I'm calling Turkey. Call him. Wisconsin, but I saw half baked. He says Cuban B. Nah, that's fucking Boricuas. Yep, I knew it. This fucking guy. It's only funny when you pretend to be somebody else. When you trying to get me to bang you, that's just fucking gross. Farewell a fight, your own. Nah, no, absolutely not. Yeah, it's all. Yeah, I could see that. What up, D Wayne? Stinger from above. I agree with that, Marco. Excuses are given these days. I heard. By the way, guys, call-ins are being taken. If you want to call in, I heard a dude say Daniel Dubois quit against Usyk because he was afraid of beating a white man in They do come up with crazy shit. But I will say one thing. The only reason why I would even consider that Stinger for a second is because him quitting was so whack. He clearly could have. He dropped the guy. He hurt him. I know it wasn't counted, but it should have been. So he knew if he lands one more of those, it could happen again. That should have made him just be like, "Fuck it, I'll be patient. I just need to land one more." But he quits. So his quitting was so ridiculous. I don't believe it, but it would almost make me believe, like, yeah, it must have been something going on I'm unaware of, because that's the most ridiculous quitting I've ever seen. What up, Herb? Marco, heard those bars today on TBV. Not too bad. Yo, appreciate you. I got another one that I dropped. That was a Tyson bars. Let me know if you'd like me to play the. I did 2 so far. What the fuck was the second one? Floyd. I did Floyd with bars. You tell me if you want me to play it, Herb. I got you. Again, I do spoken word, right? And Ness was like, it was echoing. It sounded like shit. I do spoken word. It's like a poetry slam type shit. I think if I took my time to ride a beat, I could probably figure out how to do it decently, but it would take practice, like everything. You know what I'm saying? You guys could knock out the fucking, if you haven't already, the dude who's trolling. You guys could totally, wrenches could take care of him. Y'all ever seen Big Booty White Girls too? Oh Jesus. Talk about trolling. No black person should fight T.O. just like that. No debate. All right, Courtney. Hey, man, you got the right to reserve that opinion. I don't blame you. I don't know if you're black or not, but regardless, I don't blame you. You be saying some wild shit. Marco, wasn't the word herb a bad yeah. What do you mean? Absolutely. You a herb. Like, I'm a herbum. Why? Why are you asking me that? See, that's right before your time. This is how we got that fucking 10 years between us. You missed out on some dope fucking slang. Yeah, herb is like a sucker. Like, it came from like, well, look at this dork. What's his name? Herbert. Hey, Herb. Like, because Herbert's a dorky name. That's where it came from. Oh, Jesus. This fucking guy. I don't understand these people. Anyway, guys, we are taking calls. As the night heats up a little. Herb is weed.
Yo, is you getting Norman next too?
What's that?
Norman Jr., you getting him on next?
He said he'll come on, but I didn't schedule it yet. I should hit him up again. I was telling
Johnny
you.
Just had him on.
Did he?
Yeah.
What the fucking do for Johnny? Nah, was it good?
I ain't watch it, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, you should though.
Yeah, I know Johnny my man's, but I really don't be catching his, to be honest. I don't think I got the notifications on.
Marco, you are cool as fuck, dogs. I'm out. I appreciate it. Why are you leaving? You subscribed, Courtney? Please.
My fault.
Fuck was that? You and Alberto? You with Alberto slurping down. Just spoke to KSI. Got you on the undercard fighting John Fury. Okay, that's funny. But that's kind of fucking rude. I'm not that old, dickhead, for starters. But that was funny. That was a good one. Fury's the kind of dude that, like, I'd be way faster than, and I'd just tap him up, but I don't think any of it would hurt him. He would just sit there like, whoa, like a fucking big panda bear. You the man, Courtney. Appreciate you. Yo, Courtney, you see these Grant gloves? We are raffling off. These are 1998 Grant gloves, one of the first ever released, brand new, old school, vintage shits. I'm guessing 5 to 10 grand on eBay they would cost. I'm raffling them off here. Don't have that many raffles so far, which is weird to me. But to enter the raffle for these gloves, anybody who's watching this now or on replay, you can do it. You send $10 right up here to this Cash App and just say your name and Grant gloves, or same concept, same method of operations, but instead, if you have PayPal, send it to this PayPal address, email address, markoko@gmail. This is also the address where if anybody wants to contact me for anything, it's on. Oh, this fucking guy. This fucking guy. What's with the trolls? It's weird. Yeah, those are OG Grant gloves. Definitely worth some. That's what I'm saying, Vaughn. And I'm raffling it off, and I want one of you guys in the community to get them. Now, if CJ is already, he's not here right now, but he's a shoo-in. That motherfucker is a shoo-in. He has every single raffle except one. Would you be cool with Usyk retiring when he beats Dubois? Hell yeah. Who's left? Bacoli just shit the bed, right? Who's left? Who you want to see him fight? What, the tiramisu guy? He's not ready yet. Got to season him a little more. You guys haven't been really getting down with the raffles. I think it's the nice weather. Because when we did the other ones, like you guys were boom, boom. I think it's something to do with the winter and sitting and waiting. Now people just want to go outside, man. We might have to, which sucks because, but I got 3 items for a raffle. All 3 gloves, too. Got the Hagler vintage ones, which I'm surprised Yayan didn't get down with because I know he loves Hagler. And then 2 Grant gloves. School is out, so no bedtime. How old are you, Joaquin? I sold mine for... No, you didn't. You definitely didn't. And if you sold them for 700, you got jerked. You got jerked like you were sitting in a car at Hunts Point. That shit's worth way more than that. You can get at least a G for those.
Yeah.
Because you came in last time and you're using the name of some movie that I didn't see, and you were quoting the movie I didn't see. I'm not trying to disrespect you. I legitimately think you were a troll. I wasn't sure. If you're not, great. I'm glad you're here. I sold mine for 10 million. The shark. Yo, the shark. If you sold them for 10 million, why don't you drop old Big Marco Dog here a Cash App? 1,000. You got 10 milli. Hook me up. I'm busting my ass here. Fucking Alberto with this slurping. That guy's a goofball. Now, one thing about Alberto, he'll hold the lie. He'll hold it. Even when he's caught, he'll hold it. He finally admitted it was him slurping. Motherfucker's like a vacuum cleaner. I'm 43, but all the channels have trolls by the masses. Oh, okay. I thought when you said kid, no, there's no school. I thought you were younger. Word? You're a good dude. I don't think I would do that. I don't think I could do that because you know how it is. When you first come into a lot of money, I think that you're just thinking like, I got to protect this at all costs. You're a good man. Gio, where the fuck you been at? So these Grant gloves right here, 8-ounce pro fight gloves. By the way, I wouldn't use them to train, but you could. They're from 1998. They're one of the original Grant gloves ever released. One of the first ones ever. They smell old in the whole 9 yards. There's those. There's the Marvin Hagler joints. And then, of course, we got the single Grant glove, which you could see is a newer Grant glove. See how the patterns are more, it's a little more. And we got a newer one. This is just one, though. So those are the raffles goings on. Choose any one of them. BF has my tighties to the side on plenty of occasions. Yeah, you guys are goofballs. Yeah, there is no school for the kids trolling out of boredom. Oh, but he said no school, so no school, so I don't gotta go to bed. He wasn't referring to trolling. Giving away 2 million is crazy, right? But hey, man, some people do. Some people are real altruistic like that. Not this Bulgarian, but some people. Are they really worth 10 G's? These? I would guess at least 5, maybe. I mean, you can't find these anywhere. A brand new pair from from like the 90s? Shit. Try and find it. You can't even find brand new pairs anywhere in general, let alone from the 90s. So, but I don't know. It's only worth what somebody pays for, right? I didn't check a auction history for something similar, so I don't know. But I would guess they're probably worth more than 5, maybe. So that's what I'm saying. We need to get a lot of raffles for me to let these go. How much is it to enter the Grant Glove raffle? 10 bones, my brother. Here, because Marco, my GF of 3 years, broke up with me, and she's with a new dude already. Oh. Yo, let me tell you something, Gio. All right, first off, raffle is $10. That's it. $10. Either this Cash App right here, Marco Boxing, or this PayPal address, MarcoKO@gmail. $10, put your name, put Grant Gloves, or Grant Glove 1, or Hagler. Let me tell you something about this whole that I don't like hearing this that you didn't work out. Now, you're young, I'll give you a pass. Do you know what the greatest thing you can do, young man, to get over stress, sadness, pain? Get that adrenaline, get those endorphins flowing through your blood. Get that natural serotonin and dopamine released. You know what does that? Boxing, exercise, specifically extreme exertion exercise like box. Nobody could touch boxing. Get back in the fucking gym, my man. I guarantee you do a good 10-round minimum workout, you're going to feel like $1,000. You're a pretty motherfucker, too. Don't worry about that. Get the honeys lined up. You are you're pretty motherfucker. I want to get that soundbite. Grant Gloves are very hard. That's what I'm saying, Shark. These dudes don't listen. Hello, Bill. How are you? Good to see you. Don't ever get mad at a... Damn. Yayin. Come on, man. Guys, I am taking calls. How many raffles? I got 3. I got Grant Gloves, Marvin Hagler Gloves, and Grant Glove 1. This is the most pride. This might be the most expensive, dopest thing I've ever auctioned behind me. That's why I'm a little surprised nobody's getting down with them. But that's good. Worst scenario, I just fucking eBay them. So, nah, fuck run, boxing. Yeah, man. Conscious. What up, blood? I believe Teo will fight no one in his respective division. Will have opponents. Who's he going to fight then? Gio, use that pain to get him. That's what I'm saying, Rob. That's what I'm saying. You love Nino Brown, don't I? I'm glad you knew that he's the one who said that. Props to you, Yayan. That's why we all love you in this community, man. You get the old school, new school need to learn though. Yayan burns, baby, burns like Disco Inferno. Burn blunts. Wait, burn slow like Yayo. Oh, I just fucked that up. Whose lyric is that though? Marco, who's the most likely to retire undefeated? Oh, I gotta say Usyk, because even though the fight's even, I do give Canelo a slight chance. Come on, what you're asking me right now, sort of, is who's more likely to lose between Crawford and Usyk? A guy who is way smaller, never fought that big, has no experience professionally fighting dudes way bigger than him, against a power puncher with one of the best chins in history, or a dude who just got fucked up and quit to the guy that he's fighting again. If you put it down like that, you gotta say Usyk's more likely. But it's boxing, brother.
Quit? How he quit?
Dubois?
Oh, okay.
Took a knee from a fucking jab and then...
I thought you were saying Usyk quit.
Nah. He made...
But, you know what? Ain't nobody beating him at them lower weight classes.
That's what I'm saying. I got the options, but still sad. And I get it. You could be sad, but sadness is no reason not to fight. Like, if somebody dies, okay, you got to mourn. Don't mourn this chicken head. And I'll trust you guys and hit the gym. Hit it. Nah, you don't have to spar. You don't have to spar. Here's what I think you should do, Gio. Just work out a couple times, because you don't want to go in there and have your head fucked up. Sparring's a different animal. I want you to just release the beast. Release the mental beasts by just swinging. Hit that fucking shit. Work hard. I don't know if you do that pity pat shit, because a lot of you young guys do, but I want to see you throwing cinder blocks. That'll release the beasts.
Was that Nas though?
No, that was Biggie. Burn, baby, burn. I need to learn though. Burn, baby, burn like Disco Inferno. Peel blunt slow like Yayo. I fucked that last part up, but now it was big. Robert, are you blocked? I don't know. I didn't block you. Because when you get No, this is Yayan who's here. I'm not going to read it since he could just say it. I'm saying how the raffle. Oh, not great. Not great. I got about 15, a little less for the grant. Then I got 10 for the grant, the single grant, and then the Hagler shit is at 12. Actually, no, I even have the Mayweather gloves. Nobody gave a fuck about those. I might end up selling those. I'll run those through the ringer again once we get rid of everything else. And if nobody wants to bite at that point, I'll just fucking sell them. Yeah, keep your head up. Guys, call in. It is open. G'd up. What up? Philly in the building. Home of possibly the future greatest fighter in boxing pound for pound, which is J-Ron. J-Ron. You ever see that Key and Peele skit? Boots Ennis. Usyk will definitely retire undefeated. Definitely is a word we don't use in boxing, Robert. We just can't. We've all been there, guys. Shit, not me. I make the hoes cry. They don't make me cry. I ain't ever let no hoe. Man, I'm just playing. Am I sparring a friend? I am sparring a friend tomorrow. I already beat his ass 3 days ago. Okay. You got any video? What happened, Yayan? You're going to send me bag videos? What the fuck's going on? I want to see it.
I can send one tomorrow.
Say again?
That's I can send one tomorrow.
Send this shit. And if you want me to keep it confidential, I won't show it. You're right, Marco. I appreciate you 100%. Also, who you got winning between Jake? I'm gonna go with Jake Paul. I mean, excuse me, Jesus, curse my mouth. I'm gonna go with Chavez, as long as the Chavez that actually throws punches shows up. The one who fought Anderson Silva, Jake Paul beat him. Clarissa. Let's see what this is. Keep moving forward. Don't look back. Bailey has never had a lady license. Clarissa, this is how we know you're a female. You got this shit. You got this revenge shit in a chokehold with unbelievable, unmatchable, undeniable stamina to keep going at this fucking guy. I feel sorry for your husband when he steps out of line. I'll tell you that right now. You probably all on him. What up, HD? HLD? What up? Bring his ass in here. If he wants to join, he can join. I appreciate the advice, y'all. The boxer community never let. I know, right? He didn't want to send me the video. I try to get some videos tomorrow. What you mean? Record it yourself. I got Jake by TKO. I agree with what Chavez said. If that happens, he needs to just hang him directly up. Just like literally as he's leaving, just hang him up over the ropes and just never look back. Jake Paul fucking stops him. If she moved on that, that's her loss. Yeah, you a pretty motherfucker. Don't worry about that shit. You kidding me? Shit.
Marco, what's the topic?
It's up there. I mean, really, you know how we do. We freestyle, but it's Norman versus Haney, and also who should Teo fight?
That came out as cat just about an hour ago.
That came out what? Oh, did it? The Norman versus Haney?
Yeah, there's no contract. There's no nothing. Junior said it himself on Chevy's Red Corner.
Well, okay. I don't know why.
This is what they're doing. And for those who understand, Bill Haney is trying to set up a pre-contract to present with Turkey so that hopefully he could then give in to wanting to make this fight. He's trying to present this to Turkey. That's what they're doing right now. Turkey's not involved saying he wants this or anything like that. They're trying to present this to him, and hopefully he bites.
You know what?
Simple as that.
That's a start.
That's where it's but they don't need to bullshit everybody on the entire community. Ness with his bullshit ass and the entire panel of the TBV with Bill Haney. I mean, keep it a buck.
When I was talking to Norman's father, he did not bullshit. He basically insinuated that there's something might happen, so he kept it like that. So I appreciate that.
Right. No, he did. But you know what Bill was doing, trying to act like he's owning this and trying to bro, you hoping that Turkey notices your ass again. Because in the words of Turkey himself, I hate Tom and Jetty. He knows who he's talking about. You know what I mean? So
maybe you might be right. You might be right.
But, so all I'm saying is keep it a buck with the fans.
And he doesn't have a history of doing that. He just did one fight, so I don't know. But he had a couple of fest. Ryan did. I'm saying
keep it a buck with the fans. Look, man, we're gonna try to make a deal. We're gonna we're gonna try. Okay, that's honest. We're gonna see if we can agree on some of the pre terms and then present it to Turkey.
Don't mislead you. Don't mislead people. I get you.
Right, you're misleading everybody out here, and everybody's so damn gullible. Oh, I had Norman Senior on my Spaces, and I know. I don't care who you had on your Spaces. Is there a promoter willing to pay for this fight? Because until there's somebody who's willing to pay for this fight, this don't mean shit.
Word. Gio the God. I'm a bet 500 or 1,000 on Canelo by KO against Crawford. You think my money is safe? How could your money be safe on in my opinion, an even fight? No, your money's not safe.
This is boxing. Nothing's really safe.
That's a fact. That's true. Norman Jr. said he's not allowed to announce it officially. Well, we'll see. It made no sense to me that they signed, but they still had to work things out and make the fight true. HLD stands for Hater Low Down. Damn.
You got to come better than that.
You should come up with a better one. Marco, get the frog off the panel. Who the fuck's the frog?
Who's he talking about, Marco?
I have no idea. Norman Jr. said he's not. Oh, probably HLD. Norman Jr. said he's not allowed to announce it. But why frog? I don't get that part.
I don't get it. But you know what? Norman Jr. didn't say he's not allowed to announce it. There is no contract.
Yeah, well, we'll see. What's up, Bam? The Shark, Norman Jr. by stoppage, and that'd be a great fight. I don't like that fight if I'm Haney. I don't take that fight if I'm Haney. I wouldn't do it.
He's not ready for it. I don't know. What can people be honest? This young man needs to take some tune-up fights and rebuild his confidence.
Damn. Yeah, that's true. CJ
that's all I'm saying.
CJ got a rack on Crawford. That's who you're not betting. You betting E-Rock on the show? What's the right? Or am I wrong? Who's the rack?
He better be bidding on DraftKings. That's where he's going to get the best odds for that.
Yeah, Norman Jr. by devastating knockout. That seems like a likely outcome based on what we've been seeing, but who the fuck knows? And who is Teo going to square off against? Someone asked me.
You notice he's been quiet, right?
Very.
Yeah, things are being worked on.
I got a rack with CJ. Yep, these guys are betting a G. These two crazy and fucking E-Rock has kids in the whole 9 yards. He doesn't give a fuck.
His kids might be hungry that month, Marco.
That's a true Mexican supporter right there.
If I'm a Crawford fan, I'm betting online because you're gonna make a few dollars more.
Gio put his bread up. I already bet E-Rock on this. Yeah, I saw it. Now it's Gio's turn. It was a verbal agreement. Now I heard it, guys. Junior's hook, is way more devastating than Ryan's hook. See, I don't know about that. So it looks like it lands harder, yes. But Ryan's, that old cliche, age-old pugilistic cliche, the ones you don't see are the ones that get you. Ryan has that.
Yeah, he does.
And they both produce knockouts. But, Shark, you do have a point. One of them, Ryan's, are a lot more flash knockdowns, whereas Norman's flash your life before you.
More torque. There's just more torque in Norman Jr.'s.
Before you, yeah. You go into the Bud Canelo fight. If Turkey hires me by then.
Marco.
What up?
I was watching Johnny's stream right now. He had Norman Jr. on. And
right.
You're right. He said basically, dude said there's no contract. So it's all just speculation right now. Like it might just be posturing by Bill. You know what I mean, Marco?
Well, to me, as you guys were in my chat last night, you saw it. Norman Jr.'s father said that it was pretty much, he didn't say it, but he insinuated it's in the works. So I don't know.
It just Marco, it just feels like a soap opera. Like, did you watch TBV today when the two dads were on? I know you hopped on, but
I hopped on for I don't, unless I'm not on it, I don't watch it.
Okay, can I just fill you in real quick? It was kind of weird because Norman Sr. was saying like, "Oh yeah, like my son, oh dude, da 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 da."
They came on against each other at the same time.
Yeah, like no, Bill would come in, and it kind of felt like WWE, like movie.
Bill
shit,
does
like,
that. Remember, I said Bill has that like he's almost smiling because he knows he's kind of just like trying to be funny, but he's also a little serious.
Yeah, and then you have like Ness kind of like enabling and like coddling, like hyping up Bill, like, oh shit, Bill's on the line. Like it's just, I don't know. I feel like the fight might not happen.
Ness is there to save face for the Haneys. Oh, he's trying to tell me, it's the Haneys who are trying to send you, like trying to big brother him and shit. Like, shut up, Ness. Like, does this guy does he always have the Haneys nuts in his mouth? Like he can't, like, dude, can you just host the show? You know what I mean? Like you see him just trying to make it seem like it's Bill Haney who's fronting the money and trying to like no, he ain't, bro. He's out. He's on the outskirts, broke as hell. Hopefully to get a fight that he lost because his son fought the way he did.
Well, Rob here is saying, why are y'all just talking? They both said there was a contract.
Marco, dude doesn't know what he's saying. I heard. Okay, so Brian Norman Jr. knows less than Rob Calico. Okay.
Rock's trying to play you out.
What do you say, Marco?
You can't read it?
Oh, hold on. I wasn't looking.
He goes, I need the money for Alberto's milk and diapers. He says, your daddy.
Hey, Marco.
He said he had like a few kids, right?
What's up?
That's the same dude who was talking about cheating on his wife. I don't respect him.
He wasn't serious.
Oh, so he did a Crawford with you, huh? He's an extra one on the side.
You're already down 5 right now. That's funny. The Haney voice. Yeah, he likes Haney. That's a fact. I do notice Ness gives favoritism to fighters with more clout, but you can't blame. Well, he also, and this is Johnny's the same way. Like a lot of these guys, and I am the same way to an extent. They like favoriting dudes who they talk to because then the dudes come back. It creates views. It's good for their brand. So yeah, I'm never going to choose a fighter in an analysis just because I'm cool with them over somebody who I think will really beat him. I'm not going to do that.
Marco, I've been rocking
push a narrative. You know, that's what I'm saying. Don't push it. You could be a favorite. Obviously, man, this guy's always on your show. That's a guest. It brings views. Of course, you're going to honor him, you know, for him being on the show with you all the time. But you don't have to push a false narrative and create shit that's not true. You damn well knowing it's not true. That is where I'm sorry. I don't like Ness because he's full of shit because of that. He does that shit
a lot
all
of
the time.
Creators do that though.
A lot of them. He's not the only one, but he has such a platform that I believe he should honor that integrity a lot more better than the rest because he is one of the major, you know, YouTube creators out there.
What's up, Ray? That's one thing I'm never gonna do. Like, even if I like somebody, I'll say, look, I'm rooting for him, but I believe whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
Marco, that's
up?
what I appreciate about your channel. Like, I've been here for a while. Like, you never did none of like that bias picking side shit.
Yeah,
so,
no, I'm not gonna.
You always keep it real.
That. You know, like I definitely have people I want to win sometimes, but that's different than if I think they really are going to.
Yeah, like Johnny. Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, Johnny had me believing fucking Cornflake Lamano was gonna win. I lost like fucking money on that fight.
Yeah, no, that's when I saw. And look, I love Johnny. Don't get me wrong. Johnny knows boxing, but you know, everybody can get hit with that bias stick. He got hit with the bias.
Tell me you didn't bet on Cornflake.
Yeah, nah, he was betting on Cornflake like dead ass. You know, I was like,
he's a good kid, man. I got to interview him. He's a good kid, and it's something.
So did Johnny. Yeah, Johnny's like, I guess hung out with him once, or they were maybe at an event together. I don't know. So I think that's what made him like him more. Yeah, I heard he's cool, but
he's a good kid. You know what I mean? A little geeky and shit, but no, he's not. He's not that guy when it comes to the box, especially not against Charlo.
Ness also caught some of those guys early on in the grind, so he kind of has a relationship with them. Yeah, but then he was saying how half of them fucking block him if he ever says anything negative about them or picks against them or whatever. Johnny was bugging. He was wilding out.
Imagine paying a membership so that the host could block you and shit and time you out. Get the fuck out of there.
Marco takes be terrible. Son. Kiss my ass,
What the fuck?
That was rude. You're rude. You are an idiot to not film study and believe Johnny. I don't think anybody was, when he said that, we were all just like,
bro, I'm sorry, Marco, but hey, Rob Calico, there's no tape on Cornflake Lamana. Dude's a club level fighter. I was trusting Johnny.
I was rooting for him on goodwill. You know what I mean? Like, he's a good kid, but I know he wasn't good.
Okay, first off, and I never call anybody an idiot. I don't talk like that. That's for starters. Secondly, most people thought Fury was going to fucking win that fight. So that wasn't like a crazy. And thirdly, that was one. Everybody's wrong. What do you want? That's not a bad take. Whenever
I'm just saying,
very proper for a New Yorker. That I can say, man.
But
you're a little bit way too proper for me as a New Yorker.
You say a lot of shit. You're wrong too. Like, I gotta listen. We come up with our own opinions. Like, you're right sometimes. You're wrong sometimes.
I feel like I have the highest
really
right
wrong once.
Okay. Well, maybe you're right. Oh, look, it's Ness. Hi, Ness. Stupid.
Hey, but Marco.
What?
Marco, I used to be like, how do, like, you know how they say like the OnlyFans chicks be like making like 50 million a year or whatever? I'm like, ain't no way that shit's real.
Really?
Yeah, or they'd be saying like some of like the top ones earn like a lot of money, like they live a lavish lifestyle.
Wow.
And I was like, there ain't no way. But I'm like, dudes be really dumb with their money. Like somebody paid today on TVV to get tip off the line. I think he sent like $100. I'm like,
Damn.
what?
Yo, Rob, if this is true, my Jamaica Queens brethren, put the fucking link in the chat. Let's click on it. Let's see what you're talking about. Let's end the debate. Let's go to the facts. Before I leave to work, I always buying him a Slurpee. He said that's why you're slurping, because he buys you a Slurpee because you're home alone. Come on, Alberto. That's funny. That's funny.
I've only been around with your channel a little bit, but I do know about the Slurpee joke.
Alberto, come on. You gotta laugh at yourself sometimes. That was funny.
You got to.
No? He's like, nope. He's probably so pissed right now. Yo, E-Rock, I think he made a what are those called? Voodoo doll, and he's just fucking sticking pins in it of you. Better be careful. Nobody want to watch the no cornflake tape. That's a fact. Hey, Marco, who's the best boxer from Connecticut? Ever? I can't think of that many. Chad Dawson's one. Who else is from Connecticut? Ariel loves to dance. What's up? Appreciate you. Are you a female or Arlia? That's a female. Yeah. What's up, Arlia? How you doing?
No, that's a man, Marco. You zoom in.
I'm trying to zoom it in. No, that's a little girl, but we don't know. That could be his daughter. What's up? Appreciate you coming up. Hope you subscribe too. And how'd you hear about me? Out of curiosity, what brought you here? You really think Haney is down to fight Norman? Yeah. Why not? What's up, Michael? Marco, I don't need to put link up. I watched his fight. Was Cuban Lara. No, we're talking about
Marco.
You saying that they said there's no you saying that they said it's a contract, and there's other two guys here saying they never said that.
Hey, Marco, I'm surprised you didn't say Willie Pep.
Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't Willie Pep from Connecticut?
I forgot. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, well then Willie Pep's the best because I got him top 5.
Look it up, but I'm just saying that you're one of those guys who who's a historian in the sense.
Yeah, no. Willie Pep, I don't always remember where they're from. Willie Pep, absolutely. He's the greatest then because he's top 5 all time. So, absolutely. Willie Pep. Well, we just answered it. I hate Connecticut though, man. I think I'm traumatized living here.
All time in what though?
I mean it, man. I got to get the fuck up at it.
He all time in what though?
What's that?
He all time in what?
All time, one of the greatest fighters who ever lived.
One of the greatest pound for pound fighters.
Hell yeah. I mean, you could argue top 10 or 5. I got him.
Right. I would say probably top. It's just so hard, bro. I couldn't.
Yeah, you could
I
say
would never
5,
make one
6,
of those
7.
lists because it's too hard.
I have him 5 sometimes, but you could go up to 6 or 7, but definitely top 10 in my opinion. I was excited about the fight. Now I don't think it's happening. I think it is. No. Let me rephrase. I think they're facilitating it as we speak. So we'll see if it eventuates. We don't know.
Right, they're working towards it.
Yep. So we'll see what happens. They think they're going to fight for some reason. Bill might get what? Oh, get it to happen. Yeah. I don't follow the Haney and Norman Jr. talks. But Haney should get credit for taking the fight. Absolutely, if he does. Hopefully, he throws some punches if they fight. James, I like everything you just said. E-Rock, not a good fight for Haney. No. That's what we call a lose-lose.
I think the Normans are just calling their bluff.
Hold on, though. It's not a lose-lose because I keep forgetting he has one of the major belts. He got the WBO. So it's not a lose-lose. You're getting a belt in a weight class that you've never had a belt in.
Yeah, Marco. Also, I was on Johnny's show earlier. Vega called in, and he made a good point. He said the Norman never been like in a big fight like that, so that might be like something to favor Haney.
Haney got the experience on him, and that's the major advantage. One of the only, not to shit on Bill, but one of the only advantages he has is his experience and maybe IQ, but it's hard to tell. Norman might have good
IQ. That happen. That means Top Ring has got to agree, blah, blah, blah. It's just so much red tape before this is even a reality.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and it is sometimes, especially when you're used to 4K, 5K, whatever, ultra high D. But, you still can learn a lot watching it. Marco, who you like in this Jake Paul fight? Who do I like? Meaning, like, who do I think is going to win, or who would I prefer to win? Actually, it's both. I think Chavez is going to win, and I prefer him to win. But if he shows up like he did against Anderson Silva, where he's throwing, on his Ryan Garcia shit, throwing no punches like Garcia did against Rolly, then he'll lose.
Marco, did you see the live workouts today?
Nah, I didn't see him. How'd they look?
It's not looking good for Chavez.
What was wrong with him? And you're Mexican, so you're saying that. I believe you. What was wrong?
He just looks like slow, lethargic.
But sometimes those live workouts, sometimes they don't really go all out. They're just you know what I mean? Was it one of those things?
I think all you got to do is look at the interview that they had, sitting down.
I saw that, yeah.
And you can see halfway through that interview that the booger sugar hit Chavez Jr. He lost his eyelids; they were stuck to the back of his head, eyes wide open. Bro, it was. I'm like, damn, this bro is blown.
He claims 2 years sober, but who knows?
Bro, that didn't look so.
I don't think he has crazy eyes. Now, okay, that is another theory, though.
You said that this morning, Marco.
Yes, he does have crazy eyes, but it could be from drugs. Drugs will do that to you, too. But, he has crazy...
When he started that interview, his eyelids were normal, but then by the middle, they were gone. All you saw was just 2 eyeballs sticking out of his head. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Well,
poor guy, man. I feel sorry for him. I'll tell you that much. Because I know he's got issues.
See, Rob, I don't think he's coming for a check. He said it himself. He made $12 million when he fought Canelo. That's lifetime money right there. Everybody could use more, but it's not like he needs it. Well, we don't know his situation. Maybe he does need it. Sounds like Africans talking when we loading pistols. Oh, that sounds mad racist. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but it sounds racist. Marco, inform HLD that top-ranked fighters have fought on Riyadh cards and are booked for future cards as well. Not that much red tape with oil money.
Still red tape. He was not on the list for them. Turkey never talked about Norman Jr.
Chavez Jr. been a joke for years. What's up?
I said, what can I learn, watching old fights besides, history?
What can you learn besides history? Well, history is a big one, but you can see a lot of techniques that maybe were eventuated there, like dudes who did it for the first time. Yeah, you could see a lot of IQ, how their IQs were. Just like you would watch anybody, you break it down. Now sometimes it's harder because the footage is slower or black and white or grainy, but something where you could zoom it in and do slow-mo. You have to do that with those fights back from 50s. Ezra Charles, that's not that bad. Those are decent. When you start going into the 30s, 20s, then it's hard.
Marco,
what's up?
I was watching the Manny Pacquiao Marquez 4 fight last night.
Uh-huh.
I think Manny was winning that shit until the knockout. He had Marquez.
No, he got dropped right before that fight. He got dropped a couple rounds before he got knocked out. Remember?
No, but then he dropped Marquez, and the tide of the fight kind of switched to Manny was coming on.
What's up, Blue Hustle Man? You the man. You the Blue Hustle Man. Good morning. What? What's up, CJ? Blue Hustle Man. All right. How much of a chance do you give Dubois? Ooh, I like that.
He's got a good chance.
I'm going about 30. I'm going 30 to 40%. I'm going the same way. That's about
it. He's got a good chance. I think at about close to 40%.
That's not bad. But
I think he's gonna. I think Usyk is gonna win and retire, so he could be inducted into the Hall of Fame with Lomachenko at the same time.
Interesting. I never thought of that. He should retire.
He fired his manager. He got rid of his manager. So
he becomes only the second heavyweight in history to ever retire undefeated.
Wow.
And we know the one that did it before him was.
Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass.
All right, and then
he had that on cue.
Who have retired undefeated, at least champion level fighters, very few. It's impressive. Now, look, his amount of fights are low-ish for today's standards, but still.
Yeah, how many fights does he have? Let me see.
I want to say it's in the 20s still.
Is it still in the 20s?
I think 24.
23.
Not even past 25. Yeah,
bro, 23.
That's not a lot of fights. I mean, Ward too. What was Ward? 30 or something like that.
32 now.
Yeah, but
he's the first ballot. He tires, and after this win, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer.
How high do I rate Usyk all time if he beats the guy again and retires? Well, that's a good question.
As a pound for pound fight is one thing, but then as a heavyweight by itself, it's another. I think.
I mean, besides the 2 fights to Fury that were pretty fucking close, some argued Fury won one of them. He never arguably lost to anybody. Fury fight was very close, but that's a 6'9" natural heavyweight who outweighed him by almost 200 pounds. Excuse me, 100 pounds. I mean, you got to put him up there. The only thing is 24 fights.
That's what I'm saying. As a heavyweight alone, you can't put him up there. But now, if you're talking about pound for pound fighters, he's going to be one of the top pound for pound fighters because he did it in exceptionally well in 2 divisions.
It's tough, but again, man, when he beat Anthony Joshua, remember that was the Anthony Joshua that was a knocking. Anthony Joshua has a 90% knockout ratio still. That was a dude who was knocking everybody out, and I remember being like, "Oh man, this cruiserweight is bugging out," and he just handled Joshua.
But that Joshua wasn't the same.
Of this era. No, you can't argue that. Definitely, 100% the greatest heavyweight of this era. But at all time, Usyk pound for pound is one thing. Usyk heavyweight, all time, I don't think he cracks not even the top 15. What's his last Usyk definitely top. Yeah, I agree. I think Lennox Lewis would have given him some problems because he had a beautiful jab with his length. Absolutely.
All right, I'm back.
Michael DH says, "Oh, I got Opetaya versus Benavidez."
Oh shit! Look who it is. See, I put Teofimo in the subject, and look who pops up. Teo has to fight Antoine Russell in order to match this, and even Antoine isn't as dangerous as Norman Jr. All right, Lo. Usyk top 10 all-time heavyweights. You have a solid argument for that, absolutely.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, what would you rank him in cruiserweight though?
It's hard because he didn't. I mean, the undisputed. I don't know, man. I mean, no, one of the best cruiserweights because we don't have that many great cruiserweights. Like, do we? Holyfield was a good cruiserweight. Dwight Muhammad Qawi. Oh, let me hit on my man Shane. First off, let me give you your proper introduction. Also donating to the Alberto Slurpee Fund. He admitted he finally got caught, Shane. It was him. And then he just finally admitted it. HLD, what kind of cuisine you prefer? Chinese, Brazilian? Because I'm going to cook you one day. Oh,
damn.
I like Brazilian shaved.
Ew.
Pause.
I mean, that's not really pause. He's talking about.
He's talking about the meat, Marco. Like, you never been to a Brazilian steakhouse?
Yeah, he's talking about poontang.
Oh.
Chief of
no, bro. You are such a narrative bandwagoner, bro. I mean, strategically ruined Teal's name. Bro, can you come up with your own, bro?
Bro, do an interview on Charles Town White versus Island Boy. Chief, why the fuck would no disrespect to you, I appreciate the suggestions, but that shit was I don't even think I could make it funny. It was so pathetic. I don't think I can make it because it's too easy. It's funny when I'm getting guys who are really fighting and they do something funny and then you have a funny narrative. But when the shit is so goofy and pathetic to begin with, I don't even think I can make it funny.
No, Marco, I know you think it's low-hanging fruit, but that might help you get different viewers in here.
I don't know if I want those viewers.
I knew he was gonna say that. I don't know if I want that shit.
Why is Wilder fighting? Great. Why a bum? Have you seen Wilder's last 2 fights, Alex? He's completely lost his drive, so he should not be fighting. But if he's gonna fight, he should fight the most dangerous possible.
Marco, Wilder said he's rejuvenated now. He's gonna let his hands go this time.
He said that shit before he fought the last fight, Zhang. I've heard that 2 or 3 times already. Otherwise, I would have been like, okay. I've literally heard that at least twice. His last fight was the worst shit I've ever seen.
When he got knocked out by Zhang?
Yeah, especially coming from somebody who was one of the hardest punchers who ever lived. One of them, if not the hardest puncher who ever lived. And he didn't throw any punches, and he did a fucking twist. And you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Was
it's sad. It's sad to see Wilder like that.
he was spinning around like Michael Jackson performing Thriller, like woo, and then he just gets hit with one shot, which I think he probably could have got up from, but he was like, "Fuck this." You know,
I think
his
Marco.
mind's not there. What?
I think he's fighting a journeyman on Friday. So if he can't knock him out in spectacular fashion, I think he should hang him up.
Absolutely. You know, absolutely. Yeah. And for his own
Wilder's
safety,
cooked. That guy's like 40 years old now too. He's cooked.
yeah,
He's done.
absolutely. Absolutely.
He's,
Mark,
go-
you
he's
should.
gonna ruin. He's gonna mess up his health for these couple of dimes that he's getting for these paydays.
What is IBFP? I don't know what that is.
Boxing channel.
Why would is that a big channel? I never heard of it. How good is Moses? I mean, he looks good so far, but we got to see him step the comp up. He looks very good so far. Rod,
He looks as good as Jared Anderson looked at one point until he stepped it up.
that's a great point. Marco, you should cut down to 135. That's 30 pounds. That's not happening. And put an eye patch to fight Charleston White. He has an eye patch agreement in the contract.
Hey, Marco, they want you to
Charleston
cut a
White?
leg off to make 130, man. Cut a leg off.
Who is Charleston White? He's the guy who fought Island Boys, but who is he? Who is he?
He's a black activist in a sense. He goes out there and he has his opinion on a lot of black cultural issues and shit like that.
Okay. He has
He's also
42.
a
That's
troll.
as many subscribers as me. A little more, but close.
He's also a troll. You know, he's known for saying disrespectful stuff about people and things like that. He disrespected somebody's kid that died.
Oh,
You know, the guy is very controversial, man. But I saw that fight with Island Boy. And the crazy part is a lot of guys in the street fight like both of them. So a lot of people that I know that crack jokes on that, they're not qualified to crack jokes on that because, you know, 80% of men don't know how to fight anyway. So that's how most of them fight.
that's a fact.
And Charleston White, in street terms, is pretty decent. You can tell for a street foot, you know, he had fundamentals. Interesting fact, HLD, if you watched it, the guy that was in Charleston White's corner, you know who that was, right? If you watched it?
No, Papa. I be honest, I didn't. I just watched the clip when that kid, Island Boy, whatever. I think he quit or something like that. That's
Okay.
about all I know.
So the guy that trained Charleston White for that fight was the guy that trained Teofimo when he was a kid that was in his corner recently. The guy named Milton McCroy that
Yeah, I know him.
Teofimo brought in, he was in Charleston White's corner.
Oh, he's
Okay.
a racist troll. All right, great.
And speaking of Teo, Marco, man, I'm disappointed as a Teo fan. We down bad right now, bro.
What happened?
You down bad? I'm good.
Why?
Devin Haney took the mantle, bro. Teo was the
What
commander.
mantle?
What mantle?
Well,
What
you know,
mantle?
at the end of the day, Devin Haney took that fight. Brian Norman. That should have
Yeah,
been
that
Teo's
fight.
fight.
That fight ain't even official, man.
Yeah, it's not official. Nobody took nothing. It
Okay.
seems like it's going that way, but you know.
If it doesn't happen, what Teo should do, being that he wanted to fight Boots, right? Exercise that WBO status and go up there and fight Brian Norman. Because if Devin fights him, if Devin beats him, which I don't got Devin beating him, if he beats him, Devin Haney is the king of the four kings, whatever you want to call those young guys. But because that would be the best win on all
Tito
of their
can't do
records.
anything until Turkey decides what to do with his 2 fights left on his contract. It's still a signed contract. I don't know how many times you guys got to be told, explained, or understand a little bit about some business acumen. He has a signed contract, and until Turkey says this is what I'm going to do with them, Tio can't do shit.
I thought Teo terminated that. I mean, Turkey.
It's not terminated. It's not terminated.
Well, when he says I'm fired, that seems like he released him.
No, that's Tio doing too much talking.
How do you know?
Marco.
Maybe he did release him. We don't know. What?
He's
What's
not
up, brother?
released.
I think Top Rank lets Teo fight on the Riyadh season cards because he loses the money anyways. They have to put him like in that tent in Vegas, or in the Hulu
damn.
theater.
Big up to my man C Jism.
Thank you. Come again.
With an original recipe 5-piece with a side of barbecue sauce. Y'all watched an internet troll fight and open Tutti Frutti. This is in exchange for Marco's time, even acknowledging it. Thank you. I don't think that the Island Boy is a fruitcake, is he?
Yeah, he fucked his brother.
He did
What?
not fuck his brother.
Yeah, he
You
did, Marco.
watched the video or something?
I know. You looking through the window. How do you know?
Yo, that's fucked up, bro.
He didn't fuck his
Is that how sick these guys are?
Look, people. I'm sure that's happened in the past with people in general. Like, there's some people sick enough to do that, but I don't think that's what's happening. But who knows? Who the fuck
Damn.
knows? Right now, that's that's wild.
Well,
Damn,
that's
bro.
what they said on the blogs, but they for sure were kissing on video.
Oh, they're on video kissing each other.
They
Yeah, that's
tapped
out
each
there.
other on the lips. They're twin brothers. I never saw them like a quick tap.
Was it like
Why are you justifying that? That's so weird.
Yeah, Marco, there was tongue action.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, look, I would never do that with my brother, a quick tap, but I don't think that's that bad. It's
What
weird.
the
but
fuck, Marco?
tongue is out of control.
Oh,
That's
okay.
gross. Holden Caulfield. I know Holden Caulfield is.
Yo, Clarissa saying he French kisses, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Clarissa, do me a favor, my dear. Why don't you put the link where that? I don't believe that for a second.
I
Put
don't
the
want to
link.
see that, bro. You let me know.
I don't want to see it either, but I only want to prove that I don't believe it. I want to prove that I'm right. If I am, if I'm wrong, then I need to know that that's what happened because that's so fucking nasty.
They're bisexual, Marco.
They might be, but hey, they might be, but that doesn't mean they're
Oh,
gonna
that's fucked up,
with each
bro.
other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the devil's alive. I'm telling you.
It's gross, nasty. I've seen.
Yo, that fucked up the vibe, man. We gotta change the subject.
I know, right? Gross. He said, "What the fuck, Marco? That was gross." Marco, they kissed and they fought each other. And yeah, well, I mean, look, it's weird and gross no matter what. Them being famous or popular or whatever is weird in itself. Like they don't. What they do besides say, "I'm an island boy," is that like the only shit they did? That one song?
Yo, these guys, they sell their souls, and they become successful to a point, and they. I don't
How
know
does
what
Shane know,
money
Marco?
they have.
If
But they
I
gotta
actually
sell their
don't, I
soul.
don't think Shane would say it if it wasn't true.
So he watched the video.
He must have. They
Yeah,
touched.
Clarissa said the girl in the chat said she watched the video.
Shout out to the big homie Tia. Somebody shouted you out, Tia. Man, she already walked off. That's fucking disgusting. That's
Yes, it is.
disgusting. Nasty fucking bastards. Well, I don't even know who would televise them fighting. Like, what was that on? Like,
That was on that
fight?
Aiden Ross, that streamer kid. He's been hosting a lot of like little, I don't know what they call backyard fights or whatever the fuck, club fights.
Yeah, like bum fights.
Yeah, that's what he's been doing.
Gross. That's so.
I mean, he had Rody Romero on that shit. He had Tio on there. Who else did he have on there recently? He had another pro fighter as a guest.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Gross, nasty. Yeah, man. This is like this celebrity boxing type shit is. Get Tio on here. I hit up his dad just now. Funny enough, you say that, but he hasn't been responding to me lately. His pops. I don't have Tio's direct line, but I have his dad's direct line. So
Just know there's a lot of silence right now, as you can tell lately in the last week or so.
yeah.
And that's things are cooking.
What fight would you be the most hyped for if it happened? Ooh, good question.
Canelo Benavidez. For me.
That
Never gonna happen.
Tio versus Tank, although I don't think Tio can make that anymore. But
Tank Shakur.
Tank Shakur, I wouldn't be hyped because it'll be boring, but I'm hyped because I want to see who wins. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to be the most exciting fight because Shakur, but yeah. Benavidez versus Bivol or better BF too.
Marco,
What?
you know what I hate about Shakur?
What?
He be talking real heavy, like before he fights. Like, did you see the video where DAZN showed him Zepeda's tweet, and he's like, "I'm gonna fuck this dude up. I'm gonna do it." Like, bro, he's gonna fucking cruise a 12 round. He's not gonna. He be talking like if he was Tank. That's the thing I don't like.
So
about
keep
Shakur.
the bet, bro. Like,
I was just thinking that.
just
No,
keep the. Like,
he's
if you
gonna-
think, what
he's
you
gonna.
mean?
Oh,
he's
he
gonna
thinks
win.
Shakur's
Ian.
gonna win. He said.
Yeah, Shakur's gonna win, obviously, but he's not gonna knock him out or hurt him. But he be talking real reckless.
You know, he's trying to promote a fight too. Like, what do you expect him to say? Like, "I love you." Like, no, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. I'm so far past that though. Like I don't have that drive anymore like I used to when I fought. But that's how you get when you're an active fighter. That's how you get. You know, look at even Bud and Canelo got a little jacked up. You know what I'm saying? They got a little like fired up, even though they've been real cordial and respectful. Do you think the No More Tom and Jerry fight comment will make them fight more? Yes. Everybody wants to be in the good graces of Mr. LL Sheik. So yes, I do. I believe it will for sure.
Marco, how many rounds can you go? Pause.
Sparring or just hitting the back? 'Cause I don't spar anymore. But which one are you asking?
I guess hitting the bag because you say that you like try to go like 10
I used
rounds
to
a day.
do 20 every day when I was training for a fight. No problem. So I could keep going and going and going. Like I've learned how to control myself. Like if I get tired, there's certain things I could do to conserve a little energy. But I still no tapping rule. I got the no like bullshit punches. I'll still throw them super fast or hard, but there's things I could do. So it's
I see. Yeah, Marco, I seen that video of you dancing. Like, was it reggae or what was it? Like,
yeah.
that was wild. You're a wild boy.
I love reggae, man. That dancehall shit got me hyped up. I love working out to that dancehall shit. Bam, face Inoue in his. I hope so. Benavidez versus Bivol or Arthur. That's what I'm saying. That was forced. They said behind closed doors they don't need to trash talk. I believe it. When was your last fight? Mine, like 2002 or some shit. Long time ago. Long time ago. I almost had another one. I almost came back when I was 31 or 32. Then I decided not to. Boots versus Ortiz next year. I hope so. And then maybe Norman can win a belt, and then he jumps up and he gets the winner. That'd be dope. I see when Marco was punching Shannon Briggs' hand. I didn't even throw that hard, by the way. Thank you for starters. I didn't throw that hard.
Don't want to fight no one. Boots don't want to fight no one with a heartbeat.
Yeah, I didn't throw the punch at Briggs hard at all, but I threw it like I'm telling you, man. I got some pop. Like I know how to punch. That's why I'm gonna do a video. I told you guys. I think I want to do a tutorial, and it'll be something along the lines of it'll be titled like punch harder guaranteed. A course. I could definitely show anybody how to get more power, because it's a formula to it. It's a few little tricks that anybody can use to increase their punching power.
I thought you were born with power, Marco. Like I know you could turn over your shot, but like what else can you really do?
Well, no, not really. You're not born with it. You're born with excessive power, but no, it's a technique. So speed you're born with, you can't really teach speed. You know what I mean? Like I could show you how to throw a punch shorter, and that'll shorten the punch, make it slightly faster, but no. But power, anybody could be taught to put their weight behind it, right? So anybody could be taught to put their weight behind it and hit hard. Hitting super hard. What's that?
That you could learn better technique to apply whatever natural power you got.
Right. You can learn better technique.
People are born with more power than others, plain and simple.
Some people are born with more power, but again, you can't increase speed dramatically. You could increase power dramatically. That's what I'm saying. So, and I could teach anybody how to hit hard. Well, not anybody. Some people just don't get it.
You got to teach Haney, man.
Yeah, I would if you could.
It's been 6 years. I'm just saying.
Go Boxing Academy, MBA. I'm going to do a course. I'm going to release it. I'm going to see if it'll be a good seller. I don't know if it would or not. I can't tell. My following's getting big enough where maybe some people will get it, but I'm not sure.
Marco, I think since your shorts be like super viral, you should put like at the end of the short, like if you like that, come here to my OnlyFans where you give out like pointers to like up and coming boxers, maybe.
Exactly. Where does the power come from? Hips, calves. It comes from a lot of different attributes, but to sum it up, it comes from leverage shift, which is your hips and your whole body. Leverage shift, shoulder snap. Those are the two main ones. And then, of course, little things like you got to punch through the target, things like that. But just physically, leverage shift, shoulder snap.
Does weightlifting help your power, Marco?
No.
It's because I was watching the Marquez Pacquiao 4 fight yesterday, and Roy said that when he was like talking about the knockout, he's like, and that's where the weightlifting will definitely help.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. I don't think weightlifting definitely decreases speed, power. I don't know. Maybe it would, actually. I'm not sure. Alberto, why you fuck with Alberto? Leave him alone. Was Yayan in his native land of Japan for the Norman bout? Yeah, Samurai Yayan. Were you there getting your brand new Kill Bill sword? We need the course. I'm gonna do it. Who y'all got? Rematch Lom or Davis? I got Davis, Izzy, because we saw the best possible Roach we could see, and we saw a Tank that was off a little. So that tells me if Tank adjusts, and the fight was still a draw. With the knee, if that was actually called, yeah, Tank should have lost. But so
but how much is it with that? Because he made him look bad.
Well, a little bit, sure. I mean, it's a mix of that. That's why I said he was a little bit off.
I got Roach. I got Roach in the rematch.
Marco, wait, did you skip that comment? Dude made like a drooling face at you.
Who did?
This dude, look.
That means punching, and like if
No,
somebody gets hit, they're like, "Ooh."
Oh, okay.
Because the gloves are. Breathe too, breath too. Not really. I mean, a little, I guess. Rocco McBride. Some people have dense bones. It makes their punches. So bigger hands help. That's something. A bigger hand will help because now you're getting more weight. It's a little bit, right? It's a little bit, but dudes with super big hands, that's adding a little more weight. Now maybe it'll slow the punch down a little bit, but it adds more weight to it naturally. So,
it does. I mean, there's a video out there when Roberto Duran, he's in the 70s, comparing his hands to Tank's hands, and Tank's hands look tiny versus Roberto Duran's.
There you go.
Very small.
With all Haney fights, need smaller. Yeah, there's a few techniques, man, with punching and in the course, I think I'll even grab clips of dudes like Bud. Bud does something that makes his punches very powerful. I don't give anything away because I might do the course. I'm gonna show not only me hitting a bag, I'm gonna show me fucking almost breaking the record on that power machine because I'm a 900 plus every time. And I'm 165 pounds. Like,
is that the exploding glove technique that you know by Crawford?
Nope. It's something that I see that he does. And I'm going to show that. I'm going to show a couple examples of actual fighters doing what I say. So, because I think it gives it more credibility than me just talking. If I say it and then show a clip of it and slow-mo it and zoom in and show people, no, look at this. I think that'll be helpful. Roach made him look off. I don't know, Clarissa. He was sitting there complaining nonstop to the point where he got punched in the mouth because he kept talking to the ref. He took a knee when he shouldn't have. Like, he was off. Arguing with his.
I agree with Clarissa, bro. Like, I just don't. I think y'all make too many excuses for dude.
Again, I said it was a little. So, for example, I thought Errol was off against Bud. But I thought Errol was off a little bit, and Bud's victory was so dominant, I don't think it would have made any difference if Errol was 100%. This, though, the fight was so close, I think him being off just a little, yeah, and I'm not saying it would. I think it'll make a difference in the rematch.
I thought Roach won the fight clearly without the match.
I don't believe that. I don't subscribe to that. He clearly was. Tank clearly couldn't hurt him. He was, standing right in front of Tank. I think Tank was flustered that he couldn't hurt him. I think he was mad that
it might
he
be
couldn't.
It might be
you might have a point.
I'm actually gonna pay to go, because all his other fights I've always seen him on repeats and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, look,
this rematch I might actually wanna indulge some pain.
Look, yeah, and you might have a point, but I just feel like Tank is too experienced, been in the game too long to react that way from frustration. But you could be right. You totally could be right. I see that plausible.
Well, I'm just saying, like, he never had to face such like frustration. He knocked everybody else.
How many fights was he losing? Like, Barrows was beating him clearly.
I mean, it's like
the pressure.
But he was hurting Barrios though.
Nah, really. In the beginning, Barrows was staying on the outside with that tall frame.
He dropped Barrios in like the 8th round.
No, I'm talking about up until that point.
That's what I'm saying.
Had him for like 6 rounds.
I definitely hit harder than I will hit harder than Bud on that machine.
He seen that he could hurt him, and he knew he could stop him. He never seen that with Roach.
I stand by this.
And I think a focused Tank knocks out Roach.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, yeah, that's easy to say.
By the way, I stand by this with Yayan says.
All that goes right into his mind in the middle of a fight.
If you're watching this, Crawford, you and me should get on that punch machine. I think I beat you.
Marco, can you spar Bud? That'll be crazy for the channel.
I would, but I mean, I don't think that would go well for me, but I would do it.
What you mean?
What you mean? What do I mean? Bud's not only is he the greatest fighter in the world pound for pound, he's fucking 38. He's a way younger than me, and he fucking weighs more than me now. That wouldn't go well for me.
But you go like a lot of rounds. I think you could hold your own, Marco.
I haven't sparred in a long time.
My
Bag
guy
rounds,
must love you a lot, man, because he wants to see you hurt bad,
I know,
Marco.
right? Bag rounds, workout rounds are not the same as sparring rounds.
Oh.
Sparring rounds are that's what we're talking about. Mo's in here. It's not even the same as being recorded on the bag. A bag round when I'm by myself, which is what I am most of the time, I don't get as tired as if I'm just recording myself. That makes me more tired. Now, if I'm in the ring sparring, that makes me more tired. Now, if I'm in the ring and with a lot of people watching, that's as tired as you can get.
And Mo be huffing and puffing in those videos.
Yeah, but Mo was throwing Costco level bulk of leather. He was throwing, you know.
I just got a new idea about the bet, Alberto. I
What's
take
up?
the Canelo Bud bet, but instead of coming on camera, you guys send a bag video.
How do we know it's him though? That's the problem.
Damn. Well, we're gonna, he got to talk in
He
the
has
video.
to talk. Say, hey, I'm about
we're
to hit
gonna
the
know if
bag.
you talk.
He's not doing that. Wait, Alberto, do you hit the bag at all or no?
Yeah.
You do. You do it a lot or just every now and then?
Just like here and there.
Okay. Do you think you're any? Do you think like? How do you feel like you look on it? Honestly.
I think I could hurt Yellow Man.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Bro, I do that to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Marco, that's all I got, man. But I appreciate having me on. I wish everybody have a good night. Many blessings, everybody. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. You are Marco Boxing.
Mira. Boricua in the house. Appreciate you.
Wepa.
Is you taking the bet or not, brother? What's up?
Yeah, no problem.
See, he
we forgot
laughing, bro. He
before.
lying.
Look at who it is, guys.
Kyle.
Mikhail. Sparring rounds are a lot different. I could tell you, I've just sparred for. Yeah, there you go. He knows.
So, what would you say is better for what do you call it? Like stamina? What do you say is better for stamina? Sparring or bag work?
Sparring. Nothing beats sparring because sparring and bag work are almost the same thing, except you have somebody hitting you back. You're moving more. You're not controlling the situation. So, like when you're on the bag, if you're super tired, you could just be like, okay, let me just take a deep breath, step back for 1 second, or let me move around the bag, act like I'm moving, but I'm really breathing, catching my breath. With sparring, you can't do any of that. So, just the loss of control and the pressure of getting your fucking wig split, that alone gets you way more tired. In a bag, there's none of that.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing some footage tomorrow.
Let's see what you got. What, something you've already done or something you're
I think I'm just doing new one.
But I want to see Ryan. I don't want none of this like smooth like you did on that fucking where you just tap in and no. I want you to go at it. I want to see what you got. Even if it's 30 seconds, whatever. Do the first. Here's what you should do, Ryan. Do a round or two warm up, and then record the third round. Because then you'll be warm, but you won't be too tired. Boom.
I don't think dude trusts his stamina, Marco.
That's what I'm saying. Do one round warm up or two if you're okay with that, and then record the third. Record the second and third. But you don't just go in without being warmed up because you want to warm up at least one round. Sorry for being off topic. Did you yourself ever do stand-up? Yes, I did. Briefly. Nothing teaches how to fight except fighting. That's a fact. Mitts are a lot closer to sparring than a bag for me. I don't know. Not really. Depending on how your coach is doing the mitt work. That's true.
Let me ask this, Alberto. How often do you hit the bag?
I don't keep track, bro.
This dude, I ain't gonna lie, this dude is a loser, bro.
He's so mysterious. Bag drills are
what the fuck was that, Marco?
That's you.
Fuck,
you come
bro?
off
You gonna
like
clown me? You gonna flame me when I'm on stream?
I'm Alberto. Bag drills are tougher than punch mitts.
Marco, I'll say this though: Yeon be throwing like shoe shine punches. Dude, don't put nothing in those punches.
He wasn't trying to though. We don't know what he throws. That's why I want to see. Maybe he can hit hard. He wasn't trying to throw hard. So how do we know? Who would you want to see Hitchens fight next? He was being safe. He wanted to be safe. No safety in boxing. Running in the mountains is great for stamina. I'll bet. Marco did stand, yeah, briefly. About 4 years or so. Is Bill clout chasing? Nah, Bill's trying to stack up options, papes, and options. What's wrong with that? Alberto jumps on the bag and screams, "I hate you!" Come on, that was funny. No, nobody.
You're the only one on the panel laughing, bro.
I know. I thought that was funny. Whatever. You make me laugh, Clarissa. Yan, email me at mobrains510. Why? For what? It's like there's no gay shit, right?
Probably.
There's some gay shit. What's happening?
No, we got some business to discuss.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Man, listen, Alberto was the one burping and slurping. You know,
burping's manly. Slurping's a little. Burping is manly.
Oh, come on, Marco, you gonna do that?
I mean, I just did a fucking transsexual voice, so whatever. Let me hit myself with it too for the voice. Bill frontin' like contracts are signed when they were only at the point of sheet terms. But I didn't hear what Bill said, but I know Brian Norman never said nothing was signed.
Marco, dude's low-key right, because on TBV today, Bill was like, sign it, and then he would like jump off and like he was like insinuating like it's a done deal, but Johnny was asking Brian Norman, okay, if the fight's signed, like what's the ring size? He's like, I don't know, there's no contract yet.
So it's term sheets. You guys know how that works, right? It starts with a term sheet first, and that's kind of like them binding themselves, and then the contract comes.
Yeah, that's like what Jake Paul exposed Canelo for, right? Because they had like the term sheets and he didn't sign, right? Okay.
Yeah, well, Turkey was like, Delo. Sorry, CJ, I did that for you. He's like, this is not happening on my watch. You want to do that? You're not fighting Riyadh season. And Canelo's like, okay, fuck it.
He brought the Brinks truck though, Marco. You can't blame Canelo.
Yeah. Oh, that's good, Mo. Look after the young gentleman. How many fighters has Bill X'd out of his list so far? I don't know.
Dude needs a dad, Marco. He wants Mo to be his dad now.
Oh boy, here we go.
Dude take all my jokes. He know I'll be saying that about him. This guy's a loser.
He has it. He's a loser. Oh shit. For me, the mitts are more difficult than the bag. They are. They make you more tired. I agree. Because I think, my man, 2 reasons. 1, you're not controlling it. 2, when you hit the pads, your punch always goes through. So you know how like when you miss a shot, it takes more out of you than landing. Mitts inherently feel like you're half missing because they go through. So that's why the 2 reasons that you're not in control. You're at the whim of what the guy's saying to you. He can make you run around. It's more tiring. Some trainers will grab you. Like I used to do that when I would train people. I'd hit the mitts and I'd grab them, wrestle with them a little bit just to drain them, push them off, just really try and simulate a real fight. So yeah, that's way more than a bag where you could completely control what you do, when you do it. You could stop. You could, and when you hit it, it completely absorbs the whole punch. So your whole body's not missing and following through. That shit is draining. Throwing a hard punch and completely missing is very draining when you're already really tired.
Yeah, so our brother, is that the bet? Like, is that confirms we locked in on that, or what's up?
Wait, what?
The bet, bro, is that the bet now or not? Canelo, that's what you said. Canelo, Terrence Bud Crawford. The new bet is that you gotta hit the bag on camera.
Yeah, I can hit the bag on camera.
Wait, but you have to be specific with Alberto. Show your face too. You'll
have my face in the video.
You'll have it filming from
listen.
down.
In the first like 5 to 10 seconds, you gotta say like, "This is Alberto. This is what I look like," and then hit the bag.
Well, you can just say, "This is Alberto. I'm about to hit the bag." Because Alberto will probably, you know what Alberto would do? He's smart. He will get some random dude, Mexican dude that he knows, and then pay him, and then put a voiceover. He would totally do that. And you'll see it, like the lips will be a little bit off with "Hello, this is Alberto." It'll sound like a kung fu flick voiceover. Oh shit! And then you'll see a dude sitting slurping in the corner, and that's really him.
Right. Oh, come on, Marco! You didn't have to throw that in at the end.
It was funny because you slurp with the whatever. All right. Wait. So what is the bet now? A lot of concessions being made. I'm just saying. Yeah. Well, it's about. Why do you keep typing when you're on the? That's
That was way before. That was way before.
way
You know what I'm
before.
saying?
It's the second. It's the
Dude's
third.
looking for a dad, Marco. Next, he's gonna ask Jersey Bob to take him in.
Weren't you
Alberto.
acting for Johnny Number like you know him? Like you a loser, dude.
Alberto is going to find somebody in front of a Home Depot. He's like, yo, just throw a couple punches and say, I'm Alberto. Mouth it.
I think Mo mad at me, Marco, because like when he calls in, he goes off on like a tangent, like a little soliloquy, and I'd be like,
Uh-huh.
bro, like get to the point. Like he's salty.
Yeah, it's Mexican on Mexican violence. I don't like it.
This dude be trying to say big words and something smart. Something wrong with this dude, man.
Nah, soliloquy is a good word.
You
Thank
know.
you,
With AI
Marco.
nowadays, most definitely. Oh, right. He could AI it. Yo, you could. I wonder if you could AI. You probably could. Like, if you went on right now in Alberto and said, like, uploaded your picture, right? Because you know that they'll make somebody look like you, but it's not you. You could probably get a whole 30-second bag hitting clip with your voice and somebody who looks a little like you but isn't you. You're good to go. He's gonna fool us.
Why you giving this dude ideas, bro? He ain't that smart. He wouldn't have thought of that.
He's actually pretty. He's pretty.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He kind of is a little.
Yeah,
He got a little wit to him.
Yeah, he's pretty good at scheming. He got his scheme skills.
I'm Johnny Cochran, Marco.
Yeah, you're good. You're
Johnny
pretty good.
Cockroach. This is a loser.
Did you say cock? Ew.
Cockroach. He's Johnny Cockroach.
Pause.
It's a
Johnny
difference.
cockroach. It's okay to be jealous, Alberto. I'm used to it. I don't like Mexican versus Mexican violence. I know, right, Rob?
Well, Mo's Muslim, so
You should say he's what are Indians? Buddhists? No. What are most Indians?
Hindu.
Hindu. Thank you. You should say he's Hindu. That'd been funnier. Some are Buddhists though, aren't they? I don't fucking know.
Mo practices Sharia law.
I don't know what that means. I've never had problems with mitts. I've always tried out whatever one of the mitts. Okay, good for you, Rocco. Rocco, you have fights? I don't remember. Buenos noches. Good night. We got one championship on Friday, and then Billy and Arlo. This is round one. What's his face?
Oh, the dude on TVV.
Edwin, I believe. Is that who this is? And Arlo Wilder Saturday, the zone card. Is this you, Edwin? UFC pay-per-view fights of this weekend. Yeah, man, we got some good ones. Word up. More like Johnny Cochran.
Dude be on such shit, Marco.
Mo's really smart too.
Yo, isn't Wilder fighting on Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is, Bob.
He is.
Pay-per-view on Black
Name
Prime.
who he's fighting, Bob. I bet you can't. Because I can't.
That guy.
There you go. Exactly.
a tomato can.
How did you not read one?
I got an email. It's $25 to watch that fight.
That's kind of too much.
I
Right?
think watch it through Black Prime, but I was like $25 to watch him fight nobody.
All right, here we go. Clarissa wants me to read this because it's probably a joke she would make, so let's do it. Alberto said he goes way deep with Johnny. I had to leave the chat. Okay. Don't worry, Marco. Alberto doesn't know with Sharia law. Doesn't know what Sharia law? What the fuck does that mean? What's Sharia law? I don't know what he's talking about. What Kendrick said. Okay. Round one sports talk is. So that's not this guy? I mean, I could just click on it and see, right? And see if it's him. Let's see if it's him. Go to channel. Go to channel. That is not him. No, somebody else.
Marco, I'm really pulling for Wilder. Like sometimes I criticize Wilder, but it would be dope, man, if he can like come back and look like 2015 Wilder.
Okay. Yeah, it would be dope, but that's, that ship. You don't understand. Every fight that the greatest man who ever put on a pair of gloves had,
I must have forgot.
after he lost, I was in that same, I was sitting there and I was just hoping, and it felt like reliving the Knicks losing every single championship. Like, it just never happened. I kept thinking, fuck it, he's over it. He's over it. The point of me saying that is generally when that happens to that degree, because Wilder's already had 2 or 3 fights like that, it's a wrap. Generally. There's exceptions. Well, I don't think it's going to happen. Sharia law is an ancient, brutal Arab punishment. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself, Encyclopedia Britannica. This fucking guy.
Fruity.
The difference between Wilder and George Foreman, I'm just saying that George Foreman every fight would land heavy punches, and even if he was throwing slow punches, he was throwing. Wilder doesn't even punch anymore, so he can't even win a fight.
Well, also, even in his prime, Bob, Wilder didn't have the chin that Foreman has, so I think Foreman would have got to him because that's one thing Foreman had was a very unbelievable chin.
Turn this bitch into a locomotive. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you're watching this live on
Who the
Facebook,
fuck is watching
YouTube,
Johnny right now?
millions.com.
That's Alberto, isn't it? Yep, that's Alberto.
My bad, Marco.
This fucking guy. I don't need to hear Johnny's voice.
Man, it's almost like Wilder should lose so we don't see him anymore.
Unbiased Bram, appreciate you. And of course, thank you for the bounce pass triggering this.
Y'all must have forgot.
People did forget. Sharia law is when Muslims stone a woman to death for adultery. Jesus Christ. Okay. Why is nothing good enough for boxing fans? I ain't watching Wilder fight nobody. Then don't watch it. Go watch basketball. Don't talk about nothing in boxing is good enough. Why? I wish you would have threw some punctuation in that bitch because I didn't know when this first sentence ended, when the second one started, but we got what you're saying. Nah, that dude round one sports talk. He's the guy I think people say he's about. Yeah, that's not. I just saw that's not you because I looked you up. So welcome, round one or round. Yeah, your name is One. Welcome, One. Dwayne Wilder couldn't dissect Foreman's cross guard. Well, young Foreman did not have that cross guard. Old Foreman is one of the few guys. This is something that you guys have noticed. He had what I call the octopus defense. He was bigger than almost everybody back then, right? And he would just put his arms up and do this, if you noticed. So it's almost like he's creating an octopus arm force field around him. He's doing this, and the punches, no matter how they come, he's just moving, and they're coming off his arm. And he would put his arms out. So he's keeping distance. So it's hard for a lot of these shorter guys back then. They were almost all shorter to reach him. And even if they could reach him, so he keeps them at bay, and he's creating this octopus force field. Great defense, actually. Great defense.
Marco, was Foreman as good as they made him seem like in the movie?
I didn't see the movie, but Foreman was one of the greatest, one of the hardest hitting heavyweights. I mean, who really beat Foreman in his prime besides Muhammad Ali? He lost, I believe, his last fight, but I mean, he was almost unbeatable. Yeah, and he was no joke. And then, of course, came back and did what he did at 45.
I watched the movie. Young Foreman, yes. Young Foreman, man, he destroyed Joe Frazier. If you go and watch that fight, man, he destroyed it.
And he had one of the greatest fights I've ever seen, which got me one of my highest views, like something like 5 million views, when he fought Ron Lyle. Lyle's only man, dropped him twice. And he came back and took care of him. Foreman was great at smothering punches. Yep. Smothering is another word for, I guess, what I said, but he wasn't. Yeah. Shane is a true historian. You mean Shane is a true fruit cake store? All right. Sorry.
Yeah, Marco, I want to ask you.
Go ahead.
You think Canelo got better defense than Bud?
Yes.
How so?
Canelo is very slick with his head movement. Canelo can stand in front of you and move and dip and make you miss and keep his stance, like not move his feet. Keep both feet locked down in a wide stance and just do all head movement and waist movement. Bud's defense, from what I've seen, now this, again, might be part of his offense. So if he's in there with somebody who's actually, he's worried about their punching power, Bud might employ some slick waist movement and head movement as well. But thus far, we haven't seen that. He is more of a earmuff guard guy. Take some to give some. Canelo's defense just seems like, the cliche, but he has a bit of a slick black fighter defense.
I think Bud should come in at middleweight, Marco. Like if he comes in too heavy, I don't know how he's gonna acclimate with that
I
weight
just
on him.
saw a video. I forget who showed it to me. It's like him when it first came up. He's like, I'm not fighting Canelo. He's like, the heaviest I would ever go is maybe middleweight, or no, maybe 154.
Yeah, people don't bring that up, Marco. It's kind of like crazy.
But I mean, he changed his mind. It's okay. But you know, like he had one of the most dominant victories we've ever seen in in such a mega fight. So his head he kept getting gassed with high octane, man, diesel fuel, getting gassed. Why wouldn't he? Fuck it. He's like, and he's right. Yeah, we're about the same height. My arms are longer. You know, I walk around at 185 or whatever.
Yeah, I don't blame Bud Marco for getting the chili. You know.
Yeah.
You know, Bud said it was Shakur that he really thought that he could beat Canelo.
Shakur said it. Somebody else told me he bumped into him. He said, "You need to fight Canelo." Who was that? That Bud said he bumped into somebody, and then that was a person who said it to him. He was like, Bill Haney, I think he said. I think he said he saw Bill Haney.
Yeah, Bill Haney is like pushing that, like Bud's gonna win.
Mm-hmm. That's true, Erox. He was swallowing a lot of right hands. I thought you could have argued that he lost that fight. Why is it pause to swallow right hands? I didn't say swallow dicks. I said right hands. I don't get it. Well, whatever.
You know, this dude, he's spicy, man. You gotta pause everything.
Spicy. Foreman would control his opponents by stiff arming their shoulders. I just said that. And give them a push. Yup. Oh, I didn't mention that part. He would push him a little. Absolutely. Which is illegal, but nobody really warned him. Where's Alberto? He's here. Bill Haney told him, yeah, I saw that too. Southpaws are susceptible to right hands. Thank you, Mo. Captain Obvious. No, I'm just playing. That's true. But also, us conventional dudes are susceptible to left hands, straight lefts. Where does Bud rank all time if he beats Canelo?
Maybe top 10 all time for me.
He top 2, not 2.
2?
No, I'm joking. No, he up there though. He, he'd be 3 times undisputed, which never gonna be done again.
Never lost.
To me, that doesn't matter. But the undisputed shit doesn't matter because back in the day, the other dudes, there was no undisputed. You know, like when you talk about Sugar Ray Robinson, there was no undisputed. So how do you? But I would say top 10. But then I would have to literally sit down then and look at his resume more clearly and really kind of like analyze it to give an exact.
But that's what I'm saying. Top 10. What though? Is we talking all time or just in his weight
all
class?
time? Maybe he would belong in top 10 all time if he knocks out Canelo. The only fight he had that he arguably lost, or maybe not, but didn't look great, was against Madrimov. He was losing, or it was a close fight to Porter, but every fight was no doubt.
And Marco blocked this dude.
Who?
Look what he said.
Oh, you block? Oh, yes.
I don't got a Mexican. Yeah, that's Jonathan Castro. That's the dude. And you got his chili, sucker.
Guys, anybody who
bro, he got his money back, bro. He got his money back.
I have Bud number 3 all time behind Duran and Sugar Ray Robinson if he wins. Duran is your number 1 and Sugar Ray Robinson is number 2.
Yeah, that's a crazy number 1.
Hey, but Marco, Duran after 135, that wasn't his like weight class. So you got to differentiate.
Yeah, but even at 35, he won a lot. He did great, but he didn't the names weren't huge. It wasn't. But again, that's not his fault. It's not his fault. I think Canelo will focus on his body. That's what he should do. Not the arms. Don't do the arms. That's backfired on him twice or once already. Leave the fucking arms alone. That shit. I mean, it might work on Bud, who's a slightly smaller guy, at least on paper.
Hey, Marco, I heard though that Canelo did some dirty shit. Like supposedly, when he did that to Caleb Smith, he had heard you know how there was a mole in Ryan's camp that he had a broken rib. I guess Canelo had a mole in Caleb Smith's camp, and they said his shoulder was fucked up. That's why he kept hitting it.
Clarissa just violated you. That's fucked up, Clarissa. Bud number 3 all time is crazy.
What's the image, Marco? Can you pull it up?
Okay. I will, if you're going to make me do that. There it is. She said, this is you.
I do think this. I think Alberto fat, to be honest.
Are you chubby, Alberto?
Nah.
You wouldn't tell us. You wouldn't tell us.
I'm going to cam up.
Okay, let's go. Do it.
No, not right now.
No. Right, so you're not. So what would you say your body frame is? Would you say like medium, thin, athletic, overweight? What?
Probably like medium.
Medium. Okay. Nah, Bud not.
So,
Go ahead.
how much you weigh? You say
He's not telling you. Yeah, he's not telling you.
this dude's a loser. Like this dude can't. Like, come on, bro.
I value
Something wrong
complete
with this
fighters
nigga.
over incomplete pack. Yes. Bud at
Hey,
150. What?
Ian, go hit up attorney. Maybe he'll take you in.
Okay.
Dude's like a stray dog looking for a dad in this chat.
Bud at
I'm looking for a dad because I wouldn't know how much you weigh, bro. Come on, bro.
154 didn't show me anything that he could move up to. Yeah, I agree. But again, that's just one fight. But you're right. You're right with that assessment. But we can't. In boxing, we do that too much, guys. We grab one fight and make absolute judgments and statements from one fight. You got to see more. You need more data. That's the number one law of statistics, man. You need as much sample size data as possible to make an accurate assessment. That about looks right.
Hey, Mo,
Alberto,
call in. I'll cook you real quick.
Alberto looks like Mike O'Hearn. I don't know who the fuck that is. Who the hell's Mike O'Hearn?
And yeah, commentator.
Fuck if I know. No, I
Marco, you were talking about Bud's place all the time, but I can't put him ahead of Hagler, Hearns, Duran, Sugar
yeah.
Ray.
No, you're
I
right.
can't put him ahead of any of those
No,
guys.
not,
So
you're right. You're right because those guys fought other legends. They just automatically get ahead of them. Yep.
I mean, it's too
Like
many
all-time great
guys.
legends. Bud beat some people, but is anybody who Bud beat going to be an all-time great legend? Errol, I think, unfortunately, could have been if he came back and then kicked some ass. But the fact that he just walked away after that loss, I don't think will make him an all-time great.
And Canelo's not an all-time great to me.
Nah, come on. How do you say that, man? He's done so much in the sport. His only losses were to one of the greatest fighter who ever lived, arguably, and a dude who was way bigger than him.
Hey, vlog spicy. Look up Mike O'Hearn.
Who?
Mike O'Hearn.
What do you say?
Just look him up.
You just said who did Canelo beat? That's an all-time great.
Who's boxing knowledge? Oh, there's no gay shit.
Is Shane Mosley? He beat Cotto. He beat
Shane Mosley's not an all-time great.
Yes, he is. Bob, come on.
What about I don't
Triple
know.
G.
I honestly
Triple
don't
G.
know. I don't know about
Triple
that one.
G for sure. Mosley for sure.
Did he beat
Is
Triple
he
G
though?
or beat Triple G when he was 40?
Well, he lost to Triple G the first fight. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like
thought he beat
he
him
fought
second.
all the great fighters that Canelo fought. They was past their prime, bro. That's just a fact.
Let's see. Alvarez, Canelo Alvarez. Okay, let's go through his. Let's look at this here. All right, let's peep it and let's see what we think because I believe here is Saul Alvarez. All right, let's go all the way down. These fucking pop-ups are annoying. All right, let's go. I'm going through here. He fought Larry mostly. I'm trying to go to when he started getting some Jose Miguel Cotto. That's the guy who almost dropped him. It's Cotto's brother.
He beat Cotto too, right?
Yeah, I'm going to it right now. Kermit Cintron is not an all-time great. Good win. Shane Mosley is an all-time great. Austin Trout is not. Mayweather is, but he lost. James Kirkland. Miguel Cotto is, and he won, so that's 2. Would Amir Khan be considered an all-time great? Probably not.
Fuck no.
Nah.
No.
A legend though. He's
Golovkin. So 3. Golovkin, Canelo, and fuck was it again? You know what? Kovalev could be considered an all-time great at light heavyweight, possibly, no?
But we also talked about Kovalev and Shane Mosley and Cotto was past their prime. All 3 of those guys.
No, you're right. We're not going to pretend that's not true. But, they weren't far enough. They're not at the level of like Chavez Jr. is now against Jake Paul, where he's like damn near 40. Those guys were probably like 34, 36 or some shit, but they had a lot of mileage on them.
You know what? It was solidified me? David Benavidez, but the man wouldn't get in the ring. Man, if he had beat David Benavidez, but the man wouldn't get in the ring with him.
Yeah, he wouldn't. He refused. I'm with
Marco,
you.
you think Bud will fight David Benavidez if he takes all the titles from Canelo?
Hell fucking no. Bud is not fighting no 6'3" David Benavidez. That's not happening.
Maybe. He seems like he's like daring to be great, unlike Canelo.
Nah.
Bud's not getting the ring with him. I agree with you, Marco. No way.
Yeah. Nah. No way.
This
No
is it
fucking.
for Bud. I think it's the last fight.
Yeah. It's fucking fruit flies. You're right. I think it might be. You never know though. Maybe Jake Paul wants to fight him. Bud's like, let me make 50 million on beating the fuck out this kid. Who knows? But I think it'd be smart, and I think it's a great precedent to set and a great example for young upcoming fighters, guys like fucking Mikhail who are fighting. Walk away before you're hurt at your peak. You made enough money. Walk the fuck away. I would love to see that as an example set, but a lot of these guys don't do that, unfortunately. So, what you gonna
Hey,
do?
Marco, you had that up for Canelo. Why don't you pull up Bivol and afterwards? Look at his opponents.
Oh yeah, no, I mean we remember them: Berlanga, Munguia, Charlo, and fucking Skull, right? All of them.
And what's the guy who fought in Mexico?
Munguia.
Tough guy. No, the tough guy he fought in Mexico.
Oh,
What's his
Ryder.
name?
Ryder.
Ryder.
And
Yeah.
Ryder was getting in his ass a little bit, or was I right? Wasn't Ryder?
No, Ryder. Yeah, Ryder was landing a couple. Yeah, Ryder was landing some punches.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, well. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I will catch you guys tomorrow afternoon. Again, remember, we got these Grant Glove raffles. I want to get some fucking raffles in so we can move on to the next ones. But as always, I appreciate you guys.
All right. Have a
Peace.
good night.
You too.